Cause it's a war on the real, baby, look outside. A war on the real, baby, look out. Cause it's a war on the
Welcome everyone to another episode of Rooftop Perspectives. Of course, as you can see, it's another beautiful sunny day. And I had a lot of rest yesterday. I had a lot of rest. We did our show, but I had a run to do. When I came back, I really rested myself, and I'm going to keep it that way. And hopefully, I'll be able to say that every time I do a video in the morning like this, because I'm making that a point. That is one of the things to preserve me, keep me youthful, and make it where I'm going to be always productive. Now, this is going to be a short one because this week is a hectic week for me because we have our projects to do and a lot of things are going down right now in a good way. So, I wanted to speak about how we endure some rough times, and sometimes the way to win the fight is to not throw a blow. I'm not going to say not to fight back, but to not throw a blow. You'll be in a passive mode, but do just enough to keep the opponent off of you. Because the main thing is that bullcrap doesn't last forever. You got to know this. Bullcrap does not last forever. Have you ever been in a traffic jam, right? And it seemed like it's deadlocked and nobody's going anywhere. Cars are all in the intersection, the lights changing green to red, but nobody's moving. It takes one person down one of those blocks to make a move, like a Rubik's Cube, that you can turn now and shift everybody a little more. And when you're back at that intersection later on, it could be 15 minutes later if you had to make a short run and turn around. When you come back, nobody's there. But when you were in it, it seems so very frustrating. Well, just understand, what are you going to do? Mash the gas and hit the other car? You're not able to really do anything effective as far as aggression is concerned, so you have to kind of be passive and let things work itself out. Because time takes care and heals all wounds and straightens every situation out. While it's good to be aggressive in a good way, to be overly aggressive is not good at all in certain situations. So you have to know when to pull back. Like the analogy I always use where I say, when you're on a straightaway in a speeding race car, it's okay to put the pedal in the middle. It doesn't take any skills to go straight. But it takes the skill and the wisdom to know, well, hey, I'm hitting a turn right now. I need to slow down or I'm going to fly off the track. And then you'll be completely out of the race. You don't want that. You want to stay in the race. You want to win the race. And the race is not really against anybody external outside of you, but the race is with yourself, to conquer yourself, to bring yourself from point A to point B unscathed successfully. That's the main point. See, because all of the madness around you, you got to say to yourself, for you to indulge out of emotionalism or anger, what is it going to do for you? Sometimes you have to, even if you're physically there, just remove yourself from the situation. Let everybody have their hang-ups and their idiosyncrasies and whatever, and progress will be made. And you'll be placed on top of everything at the end of the day. Sometimes you have to just be ghost in a situation, especially when you know, like say you have co-workers or people around you, groups of people that you don't want to be around. The biggest victory is to not be around them, because they have to reach now to find something to say about you. They have to reach to talk about you. They have to go all out of their way to keep you on their mind, because, you know, they're renting space. You're renting space in their head, and they're giving you free rent. Keep making your progress. Keep seeing beyond the clouds. And trust me, everything will work out just fine, without the stress, without the struggles, without the attitudes, without the weird glances. Keep yourself out of it. Like Muhammad Ali said, you can't hit what you can't see. If I'm beyond your reach and you try to take a swing, I might hear about the swing. But the victory is that you don't know when I'm going to come with a counter, if I'm going to come with a counter to counter what you did, or if I'm even paying you any mind. There's a lot of things out here to do. You don't get yourself caught up in petty, low vibrational, low-minded situations. While they're yabba, 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 talk, you're doing. You're making progress. You're moving forward. Because while they're sitting there talking about you, speculating, you're setting yourself up year by year for greater things. Use your intelligence. Don't be pulled down to somebody on a lower level who pretty much probably didn't even pay attention in school. probably didn't even or can't even string two sentences together, who they must keep their world small in order for them to be big. They are afraid of going and going higher and going higher in different levels. They don't want to do that because it's going to be uncomfortable for them, because they're going to see how much of an idiot they really are. Let your intelligence shine. Let your smarts shine by what you do, your flow. Your people will appreciate you. They'll openly show you appreciation, the ones who are righteous in your world. Focus on the righteous people who are doing something, who are progressive, who are upwardly mobile, moving towards something. Don't worry about the bottom feeders who really don't have much options in life. And that's the reason why they're angry with you or want to keep you down, because they can see they don't have much talents and they don't have much options. And they know you have talent and they know you have options. Hence the resentment, to keep you deadlocked in a traffic jam in life that they feel they can't get out of. For you, it may be something temporary. So you have to think beyond the traffic jam and beyond that crowded intersection, to not get frustrated, get into road rage, get out and fight with people, punching people, pushing a gun up under their nose. Why? When it won't even matter. You have to say to yourself, is this situation going to be of value to me 5 years from now? Is this situation or person or people going to be in my world 1 year from now? You know, when you stand in Walmart or Target or any Home Depot or Lowe's and you're standing right next to somebody and they have their package or their things, their products that they're going to buy, and you have yours. Next week, do you remember who they are? Were they important? They're right next to you. But they have nothing to do with your future, nothing to do with your world. Now, if they're trying to scam you or use you for something, they're going to try to make it seem that way. So when they come up short at the register, they can ask you for something or try to beg you for something, but you want to keep all of these leeches away from you. See, they see the value in you. If they see they can't get a rise out of you or get something out of you, they resent you because they know you have so much more to offer and so much more to gain by your pure spirit. Your spirit of wanting to progress every single day in many ways. I didn't get a chance this year to write my book because you know we have a lot of projects going on and there's no excuse. But there's no excuse why I can't write a page or two when I wake up tomorrow or before I go to bed tonight. And if I make 2 or 3 pages by the middle of the year, why not? The new endeavors that I want to get into, I stayed up and I studied it to know a little bit more about it, right? But then when that thing is born and I'm well into it so many months, let's just say 9 months before the world finds out. Some worlds will, but other worlds will not. And when they say, oh my God, this guy, he knew how to take his talent and flip it in a way and earn funds, but it's not just because of the funds, but he's building something new with his name, which makes everything else seem new again. And if you don't understand that, let me explain it this way. When I got my first bodybuilding trophy in April of 1980, it was the Mr. Seaboard competition in Connecticut. I can't tell you what part of Connecticut. I can check the records online and see where it was. But I was so happy to get that trophy because I had been competing from January of 1980 and went in several shows in February and March and April. I got a 4th place. That meant so much to me because now I was acknowledged as something that I was very passionate about. And I said, wow, I got 4th place. I didn't even say 1st place. You know, I didn't know how to really all the way think like a champion, although I was a champion in the making. I said, well, next time, if I can just improve and get 3rd place. Now, the competition wasn't going to remain the same for me to know that I'm going to get 3rd place by beating those other 2 guys. I think it was like 12 guys in the class, and I came in 4th, and I was like, wow, I beat 8 guys. So everybody I'm looking at, I beat them. I was young. I was 16 going into 17. I think it was right before I turned 17, or just after I turned 17. So here we had guys that were in it for 2 years, more than me that were 19 years old, and some of them were on steroids. So it was like, whoa. But I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking of how I can move up a notch. And so we went into a competition the next month, and I think I got 2nd place in my division. And then the next competition, I dropped down to 5th. So I said, you know what? This thing is just going to require a steady effort from me. I can't worry about what place I'm getting because of the competition that's around me. Let me focus on myself and make myself better every day. And if you focus and make yourself better every day, you don't have time to really concern yourself with anybody around you. And being involved in bodybuilding gave me such a focus, but I can't really say it's that. Me into my artwork and me loving to write as a child. When I would draw something, I would stay so focused. So this just wasn't an athletic thing for me. It was more of a cerebral thing. And even when I was into the bodybuilding, it was more of a cerebral thing for me because I had to master myself. I had to bring up the discipline, which I had discipline in the household that I was raised. All praise due to my parents. The household that I grew up in had books, had good music, good conversation, good food. I couldn't help but grow. It's like a weed that's growing in good soil, but I wasn't a weed, okay? But the conditions were right. So now I got better and better and better, and I realized you don't have to focus on anything around you, even if it's chaos, because it will soon move. But the main thing, don't ever get caught up in what's around you. Because on a divine level, those agitators who agitate you or put stuff out to the universe, by them doing that, they're going to find themselves in a jacked up situation. I've seen that time and time and time and time again. You just sit back, get your popcorn. Don't you get involved. Focus on yourself. Think about what you have to do, because the conditions around you are going to change greatly. Even if it seems like for all that you have inside of you, as far as your seeds of greatness or your talents and abilities, if it seems like there's no place for it to go, ways will be made. All you have to do is send a signal up to the universe by you pursuing and pursuing and pursuing, and somehow, some way that energy comes. It's the same energy that keeps the population half women, half men of the world. Now we know it fluctuates, like the waters of the sea. It up and down a little bit. Sometimes it's 52% women, sometimes it's 48% male, sometimes it's 57% women. I don't think it's that bad off, but then you have 43% male. It evens out. It fluctuates. What is the energy, the invisible energy in this universe that makes it that way? So there are forces out here that you don't have to worry about what you just see. You have to just be, and that calls out to the universe what you need, and you'll get it. When I put two and two together in these new endeavors that I'm getting into, I said, man, I couldn't have been more blissed and in the right place and in the right time to have the time and the tranquility and the isolation righteously. Because understand, you don't always have to be a part of the crowd. Most times in this life, when you're trying to bring something or bring it forth, you don't want to be part of the crowd. And those who may even try to isolate you, different factions that you have grown away from, and they think they're isolating you, they're doing you a favor because they're allowing you, just like the mother who needs 9 months to birth that child. She really shouldn't be doing much. I mean, she can do stuff in the yard or whatever, the way she wants to move. You don't have to sit up there and can't move. It's good to move. But she doesn't need that stress and those thoughts that come from being around low vibrational people that will translate to the child. And I hate to say it. And I hate to say it. I'm going to say it in a very, very rough way. Maybe to shock you. If you're a stupid mother, you're going to have a stupid child. If you're a stupid father and a stupid mother, you're going to have a stupid child. I'm not putting down anybody who is not scholastically gifted by the oppressor's test. No. But if you grow up in an environment of stupidity, what is your child going to be? If you grow up, or if the child grows up, that's what I meant to say. If the child grows up in an atmosphere of gossip, in an atmosphere of always peeping out the window to see what the next person is doing, then what you think they're going to do? They are not going to be achievers. They're not going to be driven. I was speaking to several people over the last few days, very close friends of mine, and there was one who was 25, 30 years younger than me. And we were both talking with the same enthusiasm. He's like, Lance, do you forget what age you are? And I said, no, I don't forget what age I am. I'm redefining what this age should be for the people around me. Because it doesn't mean I have to sit down and accept what's around me. Life is movement. Life is growth. Does a plant that has good soil and good sun and the rain comes down regular say, well, I guess it's time to stop growing now. Let me just sit on down here and just chill and get a big belly, and this is my best life. Blah, 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 blah. You quit. I'm not quitting life. You're going to have to stop me. I'm going to have to be taken out. And even then, I'm going to find some way to keep striving. Like the pastor, Miles Monroe, the coolest pastor I ever met, who was the most grounded, who, like I said, I can't knock something because it says it's Christian or Muslim or you know, anything else. I'm not going to look at the label. I'm going to look at the truth. When I sat four rows from the front and listened to that man talk in Orlando, Florida, didn't know who he was. But the vibration and the life and the energy and the life force that this man had, I said, man, I want to be like him. And what he said was, die empty. You should not be looking toward death or have death catch you or transition catch you if you're not empty. So, of course, it may not be where, okay, I'm empty, meaning that everything inside your heart, everything inside your mind, everything that you want to create, go after it, do it. I believe he wrote about 69 books. Quote me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I remember seeing that. Maybe I saw it early on, and then maybe he wrote more. I'm not sure, but shoot. How many people write one book? How many people write one book? All the experiences they have, leave something that somebody else can read from. Oh, but it's too much work. I'd rather sit here and puff a little weed and drink a Heineken and say this is my most productive life. What a fool. I don't want to be around people like that. I got to motivate every single day. I wake up agitated, happily agitated. Not agitated and evil, but happily agitated. You mean this is a fresh, new day? And you mean I can't jump on it like a fighter jumps on the next fighter in the first round when he knows he's going to beat that fighter? I know I have victory in my day-to-day. So when I wake up, I'm happily agitated. Agitated where I'm antsy. I got to accomplish something. I got to make something happen. I just can't get up and just roll over and just whatever, just go sit down and just stare off. No, I'm a man. And men are made to make things happen. Men are not made to go and do some homosexual weirdo focus on the next man. I ain't worried about the next man. Matter of fact, I don't really want too many men around me when I say that. Non-productive, low vibrational men. I want to be around strong men that they can draw from my strength and I can draw from their strength, and we can be synergistic in our building of the community and make things better. Not sideways looking, oh, he's built better than me, I don't like him. Or he's smarter than me, I don't like him. Or he has a big following and I look at the comments on his YouTube videos and I don't like him because he got all the pretty girls liking him. Man, if you are over 14 or 15 or 13 years old, you shouldn't be thinking like that, right? Look at my work. Look at my trail of what I leave behind. Yap, yap, yap don't get you nowhere. It's quite evident why you hate on people, because you're not about moving and doing something, and that's not what I want to be around. I want to be around people who are productive. I want to be around people who are trying to figure out how to get out of that traffic jam and not let it overheat them and have a vision. You know, when you see somebody who's really about something and they're just so cool, chaos is going on around them, but they're just so cool because they know they have a plan beyond the chaos. Have a plan beyond the chaos, because the chaos is not going to last forever. Do you think somebody who just purchased a solar system, a solar powered system for their house, complains or gets scared when it's a cloudy day? Some days are going to be cloudy. Some days are going to be chaos. But you have to know that the sun is shining behind the clouds. And it's not going to last forever. So be cool and work your plan. And have a plan beyond the chaos. Anyway, I have to make a run. I'm doing a short one now so I can come back later on to do more. We have the morning show. And of course in America, people are still sleeping. But it's bright and people are up right now. But it's been a pleasure, and like I said, I want to thank you all for supporting and coming to the shows and sharing the videos, because this is a momentum that will not stop. Wake up happily agitated and have a plan beyond the chaos. Anyway, salute to my brothers, much love to my sisters. Let's keep the focus going on and always see beyond what's around you and the hidden things that are thrown in your path to discourage you. And even when you're hit like a boxer, hit real hard, when the interview comes at the end, How was that hit that you took in the 7th round? It would have knocked anybody else out. I know it hurt. No, it didn't hurt. No, it didn't hurt. If you even accept that, then the next time somebody hits you like that, oh God, I said it hurt, and now it really hurt. It might knock me out. No, I won the fight, and you dictate the narrative. It might have hurt like hell, but you keep on swinging. You can't register pain like that. And you can't have your opponent having you scared about what they're going to do to you, have them backing up from what you do. So you have to focus within yourself, and this is what I'm going to execute. I don't have to fear any situation, because I know how I'm going to power through it or be cool when I have to. Let a round go by and get rest and come. It's all about strategy. This life is all about strategy. So keep your emotions out of it. Use your head. It's a war out here, like the song says. Remember that. But in the trenches of war, when you're in there with your family, with your true inner circle, you can laugh and have fun while the bullets fly over your head. Anyway, it's a wonderful life, even though we are in a war. Lancescurv out. Much love, much peace. I hope you got something out of this word. Take care.
I take pack to the lung, kill the stress to the head. I'm tryna do more for the soul, way less for the bread. Yes sir, I take pack to the lung, kill the stress to the head. I see the things that they do way less than they say. Cause it's a war on the real, baby, look outside. A war on the real, baby, look out. Cause it's a war on the real, baby, look outside. A war on the real, baby, look out. Cause it's a war on the real, baby, look outside. A war on the real, baby, look out. Cause it's a war on the real, baby, look outside. A war on the real, baby, look out. Can't be a real nigga, might get you canceled. Fuck the whole system, need the shit dismantled. Coppers treat a nigga like the utmost wanted. Tryna rule the block but don't know what goes on it. News got a story with a new take on me. Carrying out the window with the screw face on me. But I know that God love me when my blunt burn. 95 degrees and I can't get sunburn. Wonder when your government don't make me legal. Burn the whole city if I can't be equal. Get off my dick please Brad, I earned that. 400 years, how you still ain't learned that? I take pack to the lung, kill the stress to the head. I'm tryna do more for the soul, way less for the bread. Yes sir, I take pack to the lung, kill the stress to the head. I see the things that they do way less than they say. Cause it's a war on the real, baby, look outside. A war on the real, baby, look out. Cause it's a war on the real, baby, look outside. A war on the real, baby, look out. Cause it's a war on the real, baby, look outside. A war on the real, baby, look out. Cause it's a war on the real, baby, look outside. A war on the real, baby, look out. Shout out to the crackers tryna gentrify the genre. Tell them free my niggas, middle finger to your honor. End of days coming down to seconds on the timer. Goofy niggas still tryna purchase that designer. About to buy a chopper, learn to grow my own food. Cause I don't like the look that get me in the Whole Foods. And when you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. But it ain't on me now, I'm limping cause my dick heavy. But ain't shit sweet, niggas think we thin. My whole attitude on MC Ren. It's my neighborhood now, Bob, I bought that. 400 years, how you still ain't caught that? I take pack to the lung, kill the stress to the head. I'm tryna do more for the soul, way less for the bread. Yes sir, I take pack to the lung, kill the stress to the head. I see the things that they do way less than they say. Cause it's a war on the real, baby, look outside. A war on the real, baby, look out.